happy to be joined by Cameron Orr, a prop for the Seattle Seawolves. First year was last year, and what a year it was. You guys Western Conference champions. But what brought you to Seattle in the first place from Australia?
Knowing about Seattle in the past and just hearing what an incredible place it is to live and travel and see, that was a huge appeal. But the MLR itself and the competition is such a growing organism at the moment that it's just got so much potential to really build up players and be a force to be reckoned with in world rugby, and that's something I wanted to be a part of, and sort of pushing closer to 30 every second now, I feel it. Being a part of something and being more in a leadership capacity and getting the opportunity to do that, that's something that stood out to me. So being able to, build my skills as a leader, still play, a great level of rugby and be in a great city, there was no other choice.
Yeah, and what a fun adventure, right before you turn 30, come to a different country. How do you like Seattle compared to Australia? I
absolutely love it. Yeah. I definitely work better in the cold. The rain, I think, I'm working along with. But no, I absolutely love Seattle. Not just, for the rugby is obviously the main thing. I want to show my skills and things in, but the ability to have the life experience of coming to a new city, a city that loves sport. That's something that we've spoken about before. That I love going down to the Mariners games. The Kraken. I don't think I could last a day in the ice rink, to be honest. But being a part of that and enjoying that in that capacity, it's just such a wonderful life experience. While I can still play rugby and strap the boots on. So no, I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity to come here.
What's your favorite sport outside of rugby?
I definitely love. I love baseball. I'm starting to build. Follow the games, although there is hundreds of games a year, so it is quite difficult to follow. But actually starting to get a bit of a taste of American football as well. I'm starting to enjoy it. Starting to follow the players. It was a bit of a tough Super Bowl to follow. Bit one-sided in the end, but getting to enjoy that. And America loves sports, and it's such a passionate nation. So getting to be a part of that just makes you want to feel a part of it and be connected to a team.
Do you have any funny stories about coming from Australia to the United States and just big differences?
Not too much. I mean, it's been quite a smooth transition. I think Seattle and I grew up in Sydney were very, very similar places. But just some of the colloquialisms a little bit is every time I go to Starbucks, which is almost twice a day, I get appreciate you. I'm like, thank you. I do like it. And of course, the tipping system over here is a nice adjustment, but I think it actually is such a nice thing to show and show you respect and things like that. It's something that I quite enjoy as well.
Yeah, it's always a good thing, but man, that 20% comes at you fast.
It gets you. It gets you. So no, it is good. I do enjoy it.
What's your favorite order when you go to Starbucks or a coffee place?
Okay, so a bit of it. There's a couple here. It's a cortado with a quad shot, which is quite nice. Normal milk, mix it up, or grande americano or grande iced americano with a venti iced water. So I've got both hands when I'm coming into training. I'm not worried about anything. Well looked after. Actually, there was give a little shout out. When we were living in Redmond last year, there was a lady called Eileen who used to work. Was the owner at the store, and she was so embedded in the Seawolves by the end of the season. She loved when the boys came in and brought a part of it. So it was nice to be in that sort of area and just connect with the locals and things, and also spread the word about rugby, which is nice too.
Yeah, which is so important. I love that you're a quad shot guy.
Yeah, I need it. Clearly. Love caffeine. Hated it growing up, but then started working in a cafe when I was quite young. Went from dishwasher to barista, assistant manager. So yeah, big notch on the belt that. But yeah, absolutely love coffee. You were in a coffee city as well, but yeah, the more the merrier. It's not great when you're at 9 p.m. staring at the ceiling, but in the meantime, it is pretty awesome. I love coffee and trying all the new places around Seattle too.
So cool. Your teammate Duncan Matthews told us that he starts drinking black tea at night.
Black tea.
Caffeinated tea at night.
Oh.
So like you might have to use some competition there with
It's funny. So like we have a lot of South African boys in the team, and they have coffee before bed. Hearing stories about that, and I was like, no, that's not for me.
Not I.
No. In the day is perfect, but no, I'll be feeling it later.
Yeah, I've heard that your head coach is also a pretty big caffeine fan.
Absolutely loves it. Yeah, he was up to 12 shots a day, he was telling us, which is, quite a lot. But I mean, he does a lot of detail, and he's always going in terms of the training, preparing analysis. But he's trying to cut down at the moment, so he's on the teas, which is good. Just keep a watchful eye on him, just in case we don't want him slipping back into the caffeine habits with the Energizer Bunny.
Into 12 shots a day. I love that you're like making that sound reasonable. He's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
he's
look,
really detailed.
It's probably on the higher side of caffeine intake, but if he's happy, that's all that matters. The coach, after all.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got to keep Coach happy. Alan Clark. Yeah, multiple championships. He does what he does.
That's the secret to success.
It must
12
be.
shots of coffee.
Yeah. All right. Note that. Noted. Tell me about the mentorship program that you started.
Back in 2021, I co-founded a sort of small performance business with a good friend of mine who is a current Wallaby back in Australia, which is a really awesome thing. Also testament to some of the work that he's put into it, which is excellent. But basically, we support teams, individuals, clubs, and organisations by creating performance products for them, which help sort of develop them as people, but also athletes, and help build culture. And as part of that, we've done a fair bit of mentoring with young athletes in terms of preparation and just personal development. A big focus on self-awareness, which is critical, and especially in young men and women's lives of growing up in it's a pretty high, tense environment that we live in around the world. So having the ability to deal with situations and a great self-awareness and developing key characteristics like humility and understanding. They're big things that I try to sort of mentor out, but also pass through the journals and that. So it's been a wonderful, few years of building that up, and I'm learning every day with it, and starting to work with some professional teams and things like that too, which is, pretty exciting for me too. And it's always learning. I'm definitely not much of a salesman, so getting to put that hat on as well, and getting to talk to people and network a bit more, that's something that has built me as an individual too.
Yeah, and the name of it?
Elite Performance Journals.
All right, and you're journaling back and forth with these people, or what's kind of
yeah, so we basically create a product for them, which they then build questions in there, build references, some self-revision, self-awareness focuses, and start to build in different elements like gratitude and mindfulness, and things that they can put proactive ways for them to develop themselves as athletes, but then also as humans, and be able to deal with problems in their lives that they might have, or scenarios that in the past might have been quite difficult to navigate.
Is that something you got into because it's something you wish you had at that age?
Oh, it's definitely 98% because of COVID.
Okay.
A lot of time back then where, sort of had that free time to sort of develop myself, and a lot of pushing and prodding also from my partner Melissa, who just said, what else can you offer? What else can you do? And chatting with my co-founder and friend, we thought, okay, well, this is a product that is something we're passionate about. We definitely want to help and we want to support, but we also think we've got a lot of lived experience through rugby that we can pass on and possibly help someone else out. So it went from there, and it probably the idea changed over time and developed. But as we sort of progressed and found our feet, it's something that now, I'm really proud of.
Yeah, I mean, just interviewing a few of you now, a lot of Seawolves starting their own businesses, and at the same time being a professional athlete, you don't see that often. People hold it until they're done with their professional career, but you're getting a head start. Yeah,
and it's something it's nice that I think the transition of professional sport is, over the past 20 years, is that it doesn't last forever, and there's a big impetus on people actually developing themselves outside, whether it be through university or doing some sort of diploma or degree or some education that you can better yourselves, and reaching out for help, networking with people, and understanding that although the professional sport lifestyle is fantastic, having more strings to your bow is going to be more beneficial in the future. So something that I'm grateful I've done over the last few years, but could have started even earlier. And the best thing is having the support of your coaching staff, the people in charge of the companies, and the owners and things like that, who want to see you obviously do well on the field, but they want to see you do well as a human being and as a person. So having that and that support and recognition from them is huge as well.
Yeah, so cool and really, truly important work. More strings to your bow. I like that. I like that saying. I'm gonna save that one. Okay, fun stuff now.
Perfect.
You proposed to your partner last summer. Tell me about the plan and how it went.
So originally she was turning 30. Probably, that week when I got it all organised. And it's funny, I actually spoke to her parents about a year before anyway, just to speak to them and organise it. So I took my time, and every time I'd go down to reach for my shoelace, it was like, oh, is this the time? But no, it was more so, got to that week, and I really wanted to get it done before she turned 30 as a bit of a surprise. But it was funny, her 30th birthday night, we were at dinner, everyone's just staring, like sort of had an idea and an inkling, and I just played it cool. But the next day, just a spot in Sydney, right near Darling Harbour and the Harbour Bridge and Opera House and things like that. It was a really sweet moment. And then, she actually said she didn't have any idea. And I was like, well, I don't know how. I was sweating profusely. I'm nervous, I'm shaking. But no, it went really nice. And then we just, celebrated with her family and everything. But it was a wonderful moment. I'm just very, grateful. She's a wonderful human.
Yeah, sounds like it. And she said yes. I mean,
yes, that's the biggest thing. Exactly. There's a little bit of hesitation in the voice, which got me going. But no, she was. I would like to think she was. Quite happy, and got something in terms of the ring that she was really blown away by, which is nice. And that's a nice feeling for me, because that's it's quite a stressful thing. It's quite a stressful thing. But no, it worked out really well.
Yeah, I can imagine there's a lot of stress that goes into it. But the crazy part is, you mentioned there were similarities to Sydney and Seattle. The Instagram post that you had about it, I was like, oh, that was in Seattle. And then you look into it and there's that's Sydney.
Yeah, there's actually a sun in the sky there, unlike Seattle.
Yeah. That's missing most of the year.
Exactly. But no, Sydney's always been a great, where we've grown up together, and we've always sort of loved and found a lot of peace and joy in. So it made a lot of sense to do it there.
How long have you known her? You grew up?
Coming up on 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so very long time. I don't know how she's put up with me for this long. But no, she's doing her thing back in Sydney. She's a lawyer, so but she'll be over for a visit soon. So we better turn it on when we're over, and actually have some really good games for her and show her around. So no, it's
how
been
is
good.
the wedding planning going?
It's going all right. I want to say I'm doing a lot of it, but I'm not. I'm trying. As mentioned, I think I'm going to be looking after the food area to a degree, maybe just one of the entrees, and then she'll do everything else. But I'm offering my hand of support, but I think she's pretty meticulous in her planning. So I trust a lot of what she wants to do and organise.
Totally fair, and that's a good thing to remember. Is the wife kind of knows what she wants.
Yeah.
Early 2026 is what.
Yep, early 2026, looking sort of summer down under, which will be perfect. And probably not right in the middle of the summer, because it'll hot and wedding days in a full suit. But looking to plan for then. So it's just a lot of organisation now, engagement parties, things like that. So, but it's all a wonderful experience to go through. So quite exciting.
More into Mel. Tell us about her and what she's like.
Mel's wonderful, wonderful human being. Extremely gorgeous. I'll make sure I cleared with that. Yes. But no, she's such a caring, wonderful person, and she is a bit of an entrepreneur herself. So she's a lawyer by trade at the moment. She's working really, really well with that. But she's just started a cosmetics line as well, which has been about 4 or 5 years in the making, and she's about to release some products called through a company called Daya Cosmetics. So very, very exciting. I know nothing about makeup or cosmetics, but to see the time and effort and the sort of the meticulous nature of actually building a company from the ground up, and trials, testing, everything like that, it's really exciting. So no, it's nice, and no doubt I'll be packaging up some products in the future. But really proud of what she's done, and excited for what's going to come with it.
Yeah, how do you spell it?
DEIA, Daya Cosmetics. So soon to be, hopefully, Ulta Beauty. Let's talk.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Hey, anybody, Sephora?
Yeah, Sephora, huge.
So cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing a lot about yourself and about your partner, and a lot of excitement to come, especially with this Seawolves season. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.